obviously a week off for you guys. Do you feel like you've got a lot of good work in advance of this week in Notre Dame?
Yeah, definitely. A chance to get a head start on those guys, but also a chance to kind of look at yourself where you started and kind of where you ended up week 8, and a chance to review, kind of problems within the season, and chance to get healthy, refreshed, and a couple good days in on these guys starting out.
Coach, what did you see when you did some self-scouting when you discovered this last week?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen our team definitely improve throughout the season. I saw a lot of young guys kind of get some good exposure early on, but guys improving their technique, playing with more confidence, belief, and, trusting the scheme, trusting themselves, and, missed tackles, chance to work basic fundamental tackling last week and chance to improve there, chance to reinstall some of our run fits, refresher course, that some of the details that kind of get left out throughout the season, but just a great opportunity to learn and teach our football team.
Wes, as part of the self-scouting, do you talk to Coach Streeter and say, like, here's what I see, and does he talk to you and say, here's what I see? Is that any part of that or not really?
Yeah, it's more using our support staff guys for that type of stuff. So we do a good job of using our resources. Coach Gross and his staff, they do a good job of self-scouting our defense. Same with DMAC and our crew. They self-scout our offense and give us, tips and tendencies that we've shown, areas of improvement. Hey, this may be something that teams want to exploit, different weaknesses or stuff that they see, and just a great opportunity to learn from all the knowledge in our building.
Everybody talks about, you having to replace the great Brent Venables. How's DMAC doing replacing you?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's doing a great job. Those guys work extremely hard. They're really knowledgeable at what they do. And, I trust those guys and respect, all that they bring to the table.
What challenges do you think Notre Dame will present offensively?
Yeah, I mean, their physicality in the run game, what you have to stop. You got to stop the run game, and the ball is going to 87. They have some other players that they spread it around to, but those running backs, the 3 backs, they all got about the same carries. It'll be a challenge. Stop the run game, and then in the passing game, 87 has all the targets, and then so just physicality up front.
Even though Brian and NXT came back, obviously their conditioning and other parts had a ways to go. How beneficial do you think the off week was, and how long do you think it'll be before those two are back to their sort of optimum levels all around, conditioning and all that stuff?
Yeah, I think it was a great week. They got a lot of reps last week, and were able to get back going in practice. And I'm sure they'll practice progression plan this week, no different than what it's been the past couple weeks, but just really good to see them get back going and gain more confidence in their technique and playing with pad level and all the basic fundamentals that we coach, and hopefully we can continue to gain consistency up front with those guys back in the lineup.
The missed tackles and the run fits, were those the biggest issues that you think you guys still have to address after these 8 weeks, our first 8 games?
Yeah, I mean, the last couple weeks definitely. Florida State, I thought we gave up a few things in the run game that we shouldn't have, and just clean up missed tackles. A lot of that comes from just being in the lineup, gaining that confidence. Some of the issues were guys being out of the lineup, or against athletic quarterbacks such as Jordan at Florida State.
But speaking of guys out of the lineup, is Barrett Carter back working with you guys, and you anticipate him playing on Saturday?
Yeah, he's progressing back, and don't see any setbacks, but we'll see how this week goes.
Anyone digitally for Wes?
Yeah,
Watching that Notre Dame Syracuse this past weekend, they lined up in 14 personnel, which isn't something you see a lot. And you watch a lot more film than I ever have time to. Do you see 14 personnel, all that often? I know it's down on the goal line. And how do you kind of defend something like that when you see it coming in?
yeah, definitely. You expect it with those guys for sure. The Notre Dames, Boston Colleges of the world, who rely on that type of thing as a big part of what they do offensively. I think first and foremost, you better have a physical mindset on Saturday night. That's the number one thing. Is our guys have to show up with the right mindset. It's a championship football, big boy football. Bring your pads, let's go to work mentality. And just structurally, you also have to help those guys out. Pre-snap alignments, those guys want to stay on their double teams and move the guys up front. And so you got to do a good job of getting them off double teams. And then once you get them off the double teams, you got to win your one-on-one matchup.
In watching them, not a lot of trickery, not a lot of eye candy. They kind of say, here's what we do. Now you stop us. And it starts with Ostame and kind of those three running backs. Do you kind of embrace this challenge of knowing, hey, here's a team that they're just going to come at us physically, and there's no frills there?
No doubt, it's old school football, no question. But they also do a great job of attacking you formationally and use a lot of motions as well. So at times they line up just basic formations, and you know what you're getting, straight downhill run. But there's also times where they shift in motion and get you into some issues there. And so we got to do a great job with adjustments and communication out back and make sure everyone's on the same page and aligned properly pre-snap.
How do they get that tight end Michael Meyer open so much? It seems like he's open short, crossing routes down the field, or is it just a case of a great player making plays?
I think just a combination of all. I think he's a really savvy route runner. He understands how to use his body and position to create leverage and separation at the top of the route, and obviously just being physical at the top of the stem and not letting him push off and create that separation. And he runs big. He runs better than you think for a big guy. So just being able to stretch the field vertically as well.
Hey, Coach Goodwin, this is Anna Adams with Clemson 24/7. Seems like under Harry Houston, this offensive line group has maybe gelled more as the season has gone along. What have you seen from like week 1, week 2 to now from that group?
Yeah, most definitely. Just you can say that about their entire offense. Winning 4 out of their last 5 games. Just gaining more confidence from every position group. Quarterbacks gain more confidence as he's become the starter. Offensive line has really gelled together and really been consistent up front, running the football week in, week out. I think their backs are really, really good, and it'll be a huge challenge for us. And so be a tremendous challenge to kick off the championship phase.
Anyone else for Coach?
Is there a moment that stands out of this history, between Clemson and Notre Dame? I know it dates back to the 70s, so you haven't been a part of every game, but, we had the rainy game in 2015, the crazy game in South Bend last year. What moment kind of stands out to you with the history between these two schools?
Yeah, I wasn't here for the rain game. I hate to miss that, but I think it'll be a cool environment to go up there. All the history and rich tradition that program has, playing on a Saturday night in November, it'll be a really cool environment for our guys to kick off our championship phase of the season, and they'll be juiced up and ready to go, no doubt.
Wes, 2 years ago, that was kind of a shootout game up there with them. Do you see a lot different out of their offense? Obviously, their coaching structure has changed since then, but is there a lot difference out of the offense that hung 47 points on you guys a couple years ago?
Yeah, I mean, I think you definitely see his core philosophy and what he wants to do from a passing game wise, run game wise, and just you can see how he's molded it to his different teams the past few years as well. You know, I think their run game was a little different in 2020 than it is now, same as the passing game. But from a play caller, offensive structure, you know, it's they got stuff they hang their hats on, no doubt.
Anyone else for Coach Goodwin? All right, thank you,
Cool.
Coach.
Thanks, Wes.